One of the biggest stories in the hockey world the past year has been whether or not Matvei Michkov would leave his team in the KHL to go over to the NHL and join the Philadelphia Flyers, the team that drafted him 7th overall in the 2023 NHL Entry Draft after being a highly touted prospect who could have gone as high as maybe even number 2, number 3. Matvei Michkov was linked name in name with Connor Bedard for years, but heading into the 2023 draft, there were reports saying, hey, this guy may be a little bit of a long time to come over. He may not be guaranteed to coming over to the NHL. He's got a contract in Russia that takes him till 2026. This guy is not going to be here for a while. And so, with the Russian factor being a very legitimate reason to be fearful, because a lot of these teams did not want to take a guy at the very top of the draft and have to wait 3 years for him to be able to join the team, and at which point you're not even guaranteed if he even still wants to join the team, there wasn't really a team in the top 6 that decided to take that risk. And a lot of people, Canadiens fans especially, said, okay, why? Like, he is such a talented player, he was so good, he's fantastic at creating offense, he is a goal scorer, he is a playmaker, he can do it all in the offensive zone. This is one of the only guys in the 2023 draft that can rival the offensive productivity potential that Connor Bedard has. You can say that there are other guys that can produce points, that's very true, but Matvei Michkov had that status of being near the very tippy top of the mountain. But we had ourselves a report earlier from this morning. Hockey News Hub. They have been all over the Matvei Michkov story from, let's just say last year, up until now. Because they tweeted out earlier this morning, it may be happening. Philadelphia Flyers, Matvei Michkov, number 39, this might be a thing. Remember where you heard it if it is indeed true. There are major rumblings that Matvei Michkov will leave SKA St. Petersburg. Now, this is where things get crazier and more legit, because after these tweets came out, you had yourselves Elliot Friedman saying this. There's something to this. Obviously, nothing is done until it is done, but there is optimism. Michkov and Philadelphia, they are closing in. You then had the rest of the Hockey News Hub Twitter feed going out there and retweeting different beat reporters. A source confirms Michkov has indeed been released by his KHL club, SKA St. Petersburg. That would lead me to believe Michkov to the Flyers in 24-25 is very, very real. Jackie Spigal went out there and said sources confirmed to the Inquirer that Matvei Michkov will be leaving SKA and joining the Flyers for 24-25. A Flyers team source confirms that Michkov has been released by SKA. Furthermore, you had Jeff Merrick saying, the next steps here will be a contract and sorting out a visa, but this is indeed heading in the direction of Matvei Michkov joining the Philadelphia Flyers. And then you had yourselves a whole bunch of other tweets going out there. This is what Anthony DeMarco, Philadelphia beat reporter, said. I'm told it looks like Michkov is leaving SKA and will be joining the Flyers. He'll now be represented by CAA. Credit to Hockey News Hub, who has been all over this story. Then, you also had yourselves Kevin Kerr saying, yeah, I can confirm from a team source that Michkov is indeed leaving SKA. So, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Matvei Michkov locked up like Rapunzel up in a tower far away from NHL eyes. He has now been freed. From 2026 to 2023, he will not play the remainder of this KHL contract that he had signed all those years ago that we kind of said may have been used as a scare tactic to skew off some other NHL teams to not draft him in the top of the draft. I mean, there were some rumors going around saying that, hey, maybe Matvei Michkov just did not want to be drafted by any of these teams in the top of the draft and only really wanted to choose his destination. Michkov in his interviews with these teams maybe made it seem that he didn't really want to go there. Maybe made it seem that he would have been locked into that contract. But with Philadelphia, apparently it was really good. He was like, yeah, no, I'm going to leave. Like, I'm going to be okay to leave. And I want to play for you guys. So if you guys have me available at 7th overall, please take me because I'd love to play for you. That is kind of the benefit, the luxury of being such a talented player who has these odd circumstances attached to him. Long-ass contract in Russia. He is a Russian dude, and there's this Russian factor that seems to exist. Oh, do Russian players want to come over? Stuff like that, right? So Michkov used that to his advantage to be taken where it was that he wanted to go, and Philadelphia was reportedly one of those teams that he really, really liked. Hockey News Hub then took it a step further, tweeting this out, that I'm hearing that Michkov's 3-year entry-level contract has been signed. And if you go over to this thread, nothing is official yet, of course, we're still waiting on the Flyers. I don't expect SKA St. Petersburg to release any statement tonight. It's almost 11 p.m. in Russia. Both may have to wait till tomorrow. The Flyers still have time today, though, to release this. SKA will wait until tomorrow for their time. So with this in mind, it looks like Matvei Michkov has officially left, and he may even be officially signed, but we won't have the word on that until tomorrow. Matvei Michkov, ladies and gentlemen, your newest Philadelphia Flyer. It took us a year to get here, but man, oh man, was it a wild ride. All this debating, would he come over, would he stay? Did he actually want to play in the NHL, did he not? He looked very, very happy when he got drafted by Philadelphia last year in the draft, and based off of all the interviews, it seemed like this was one of his primary goals, to play in the NHL, specifically for a team like Philadelphia. Now heading over to the Flyers, it's going to be crazy to take a look at where they are in their entire progression for next season. I mean, let's go over to the team and what they have for 2024-2025. You've got some guys that are supposed to be all right. I mean, Joel Farabee and Michkov together, that's pretty nice. I always liked the idea of having Tyson Foerster with Matvei Michkov. That sounds pretty nice. There are some other goal scorers on this team, like Owen Tippett, and then there are some other prospects that exist too within the system, not just the Matvei Michkovs of the world, but Bobby Brink can put the puck in the back of the net. You just lost Cutter Gauthier, unfortunately, but that opens up a spot here for Michkov to potentially do his thing with the squad. I do question where exactly everything is going to go with the Flyers and their lines. I mean, if we go over to the Philadelphia Flyers line combinations, let's go over to dailyfaceoff here and take a look. Ryan Poehling, yeah, he was such a monster this season. He was a beast in fantasy. Y'all should have picked up Ryan Poehling towards the second half of the year, but Poehling, Forster, Konechny, Tippett, Frost, Brink, you slot Matvei Michkov somewhere in this top 6, and all of a sudden that team is looking a lot more deadly. And young, too. Like, this is a fairly young core, I would say. So John Tortorella certainly is going to have his work cut out for him in trying to mold them into being able to do something. Having Joel Farabee on the fourth line will always be funny to me, no matter what happens. That guy may be traded soon. But either way, if he gets traded, that's another roster spot opened up for a guy like Michkov. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about all these updates from Hockey News Hub to Friedman that Matvei Michkov has apparently left SKA, and we're hearing now that his ELC 3 years with the Flyers has been signed. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. 99, and bye.